Just passed 300 members in the community by running different challenges. And we actually got over 100 people, barely 100 people in the community just over the last month with this challenge. In this video, I really want to show you how you can grow any community with a challenge by just sharing my playbook and like what I've learned over the last year doing multiple challenges on Skool. And this works for communities with over 20,000 members because I tried this, and it also works with communities with just a few hundred. And I've also tried this. And it actually is becoming the new meta because the Skool game winners are also implementing this strategy now to win the Skool games. And I'm going to dive deep in one of them, which I think is one of the best examples of the whole thing. So stay to the end to really find out how you can use the challenges to not just get the star, but also maybe get the rocket and win the Skool games. Because at the end of the day, we need to get paid to change the world. And I think challenges may just be the vehicle that allows us to do that because we're just one challenge away from that. So I'm going to start with the synthesizer challenge. And by the way, if you want access to the actual posts that I did, I'm gonna like drop the whole document in the comments, and then you can like get the actual post because they're linked here. I'm just gonna quickly share this. So this is Andrew Kirby. He's the host of or the owner of Synthesizer, and in this community, I started a challenge. And instead of just saying we're gonna do a challenge, I wanted to make sure that this is actually something that the community wanted and needed. So the first thing I think we should always do is like ask the community, what challenge would you like to do? Um, so in here, I was like asking, it's like, okay, maybe make it easy for people to choose between like easy, medium, hard, because again, there were 20,000 people at that time in the community. So not everyone would be able to do the same challenge. That's why I added this complexity. If you're just getting started, this is not really important. But in a bigger community, I think that is a big aspect. So after that, where I asked, I figured out, okay, people are interested in an outreach challenge, and I set the date for June. So I already asked a bit ahead of June who wants to participate. And then I shouted out the people who were participating in the comments above here, just gain some more clarity on the challenge. And you can see it like actually got quite the nice engagement. And then from there, I actually run the challenge with a master thread. Again, mentioning everyone in there and then having like a separate post for each week of the challenge where I continued to re-engage the members. And as you can see, there are like a lot of comments on this. And it really was about always like reactivating the people because especially over a whole month challenge, a lot of people are dropping off. And just as simple as like, hey, how are you doing? Like, where are you currently at? Is sometimes all that's needed to just pull people back into the challenge. And I'm a big fan of always making it easy to re-enter. So I don't like it when it's like, oh, you missed one day, now you're out of the challenge. It's more about just like continuously showing up, and every day is a new opportunity to do that. So this is how I ran the challenge in Synthesizer, and this actually got me noticed so much by Aiden and Andrew that they made me the admin of Synthesizer, and I was able to help with the launch of Synthesizer scaling, which ended up making 350K, which is insane to think about. So yes, challenges work very well in a big community, but how do they work in a small community if you have like maybe a few hundred members? So this is what we did in the game. And in here, Sophia wrote the networking challenge. So this is the copy of that. And it was essentially about how we can network with one another and having a shared goal whereby chatting and sharing the notes of our networking, we are able to help the whole community. Because if one of us has a networking call with someone, it's like the whole community has that. So this is our intention, and we also had some nice rewards in here. So The top 10 people on the leaderboard get something, the number one gets something special, as well as an additional incentive to when we do reach the star, then we're going to upgrade the prices. And that's exactly what we are doing as well. And during the challenge, I just want to like call out a few things that are good practices. Just giving people an example on what this can look like. So here I was like, hey, who did you network with this week? And then I just mentioned everyone that I was networking with and kind of gave a quick explanation on what they are about, because it's really important that people have an example on what a good post looks like, because then they can just model the thing that is working. And interestingly enough, a few days later, Bill, who just came new to the community, he did almost the same post, which I absolutely love, because that's exactly the thought behind the challenge. Because the whole beauty of the challenge is one person does something, and then other people start copying that. And then over time, a meta tends to emerge. And that's why we want to continue running these challenges, because I think it's so powerful. Where you can continuously re-engage the community, especially if you theme it around the community. So talking about a theme, there is currently something ongoing around the screen time challenge. So this is Matthew Thompson. He is the host from the Skool stories. He has been taking a bit of a sabbatical over the past month, but now he's full back again, and he's running the family screen time challenge, which actually won the Skool games the last quarter. And I wanted to show how he broke down the challenge, because I think there's so much to unpack there. And I think this is really going to become the meta, and I'm taking a lot of inspiration for future challenges that we are going to do in the community as well. So first of all, the key aspect of any challenge is that you need to take action. And I think this is something that is missing in a lot of communities, where people just sell something and they're good at marketing, but no one is really taking action. And a challenge is really a great way to help people take that action. So that's why he's talking about the big domino and starting small by downloading the Skool app, setting a daily reminder, and posting your first day check-in. I think these are great examples of just generally running a challenge. And this will also generate so much engagement, because as people move through the challenge, they're just going to do the work. And the more people do the work, the easier it is. So this way, I think it's something definitely worth copying. And then an additional thing is these check-ins. So he makes it super easy to do these first day check-in, because here he gives an explanation and then just copy everything below. Really making it super simple. So you just copy all of that and then you answer these questions. And I think this is the key aspect of these challenges when you want to do it scalable. And I think this is what Matthew Thompson has really mastered, considering that he won the Skool games with it, making money and having like a scalability. Not even like, he's like, no, Saturdays I don't work, I don't care, which I absolutely respect. And I also think it works great for the theme um, of the community on having a screen time challenge. But he even has a bigger theme in that, because this is something that I'm seeing more and more in these communities, is they pick something that they love. So Matthew is obviously a huge fan of the Lord of the Rings, because this is day one within the classroom. And he uses the story elements on like how Lord of the Rings is kind of like portrayed and how the movies are going, and integrates that into the challenge. And I think this is so brilliant, because it connects something that we're familiar with, something that we love, like Lord of the Rings, and then uses that in a challenge. And I think in the future, more and more communities will have more themes. So we already see Goose, he is doing the theme of Pokemon. And something that I'm going to do with the game is I'm going to theme it around Star Wars. So we're going to have Jedi Knights and Masters and Council members in the leaderboard, and use that within the challenges and use this as a storytelling element. And I think this is ultimately the meta on making challenges, because they allow you to win the Skool games, they allow you to get the star. Um, Interestingly, everyone here has the star. And I think it's just one of the best ways to grow your community, because that is how we grew to like 100 members, which is a 50% increase. So I hope you are also going to implement challenges. I'm at Wizard on Skool. So if you do run a challenge, let me know. I want to know all about it. And I hope I see you in the community soon with a challenge of yours. Enjoy. Skool is really shaping up to be like this like all-in-one platform that takes care of everything.
It's amazing,
And
man.
yeah,
It's
I'm so
amazing.
excited about that.
I love that the leaders really want what's best. They want everyone to succeed and flourish loads, don't they? And they're really invested in it, and you can feel it, you can hear it in their voice. It's just like amazing. Absolutely love it.
Appreciate
Great
it,
job.
everyone. Thank you for the
See
invite.
you all.
We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Lucas.
Excellent.
Well done,
I
Lucas.
appreciate you guys. See you in your community. And Marie, favorite Jedi is Qui-Gon Jinn.
That's mine too, bro. Let's go.
Ah, let's go.
He's a gray.
Yeah, he is great. All right, you guys, enjoy. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.